All right, so in this video, we're talking about 4 different hip control type core exercises we do in plank, okay? So that I read them off to you so that you know you're in the right place. We've got shoulder taps, hip taps, arm raises, and bag drags. So you guys could be coming to this video for any of those 4 reasons, and we're gonna do them in order. So again, you can skip ahead if you're here for the bag drags or the shoulder raises or something like that. But we're gonna start with shoulder taps. Now, if you haven't seen the video on what I expect to see in your basic high plank position, go back, check out the video where it's called plank analysis, okay? It's a whole video on different cues and making sure you can just plank correctly. Now, the shoulder taps. You're gonna be in plank, and what we're trying to do is prevent any swaying or twisting in our hips. So I'm gonna be digging through my feet as I shift over and touch my hand to my shoulder. Now notice, my hips stay rather level. They may shift side to side, but as I go, I'm trying to keep my hips square to the floor. That's the shoulder tap. Hip tap is very similar. It's almost like you're a Westerner trying to pull your gun out of your holster. This is a little trickier than the shoulder tap because we're adding rotation to our shoulders and our shoulder blades as we do this, trying to keep our hips level again. Then we have the arm raisers, something that's even harder. Now on this one, as we go, we're gonna have a tendency to arch our back, so we want to avoid that as much as possible. Again, nice strong leg, strong arm. I shift, I reach, I shift back, I reach, keeping my shoulders over my hands, doing my best to keep it all stable. Now, with those 3 exercises and this next one, I always count per arm, per direction, or something like that. So if I say you need to do 10 hip taps, it's 10 on your right and 10 on your left, 20 total. Now this next one I like to use a backpack for because or a sandbag with handles. I like it because it creates more surface area, so there's more friction on the ground. This is a slow, controlled, methodical movement. I'm gonna set the bag up so that it's between my hands and my hips. So I'm over the bag, keeping my hips in control. Nice, slow, smooth, controlled pull. I'll turn the bag around, keeping my hips still, dragging, spinning, dragging, spinning. That adds resistance, that adds weight to the previous 3 exercises that we're doing. It's very challenging, especially if you throw more books in there, if you're using a sandbag. If the sand isn't heavy enough, you can add a little bit of water. But again, there's no yanking of that bag. It's a smooth, slow motion because we purposefully want it to drag on the floor. Those are your 4 hip control core exercises.